The streaming adventures of Nick Danger, Third Eye. Brought to you by Bear Whiz Beer's newest, Bear Naked Lager. A brew designed for you in 002. A handful of hops, a pinch of yeast, and ever-fresh Alaskan Ursa urine in a handsome Nick Danger shake-up mug. It's frothy, it's fresh, it's frighteningly popular. Bear Naked Lager from Bear Whiz. And now, turn down the lights, lock the door, and clench up your fists as Bear Whiz presents B.O. Nick Danger, in the case he calls
Shack Out on the Alien Highway. At last, we had an adventure where my third eye might come in handy, and this degraded audio. It didn't really look like much of a broadcast today, though. Looked like we were going to have to make do with local talent.
Non-union. I won't stand for that.
Strike.
No Canadians.
Just because you're writers doesn't mean you have any actual vocal talent.
I got it.
We're in the studio.
Wait a minute. Here's a reassuring thought. The episode starts in my office.
Don't they all?
Yeah, right,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
That's how we roll.
I love my office, even if it does have degraded audio. My office is so posh.
Because we wrote it that way.
Yeah, and I put my feet up on the the desk. Yes,
Yeah.
I put my feet up on the desk. I pull out a cigarette lighter out of the desk, and I put one hand down on my telephone. My telephone.
So it's you, Dinger, and you're sleeping in your car.
Oh, no, Al.
What are you doing out here in the desert? You're a big city guy.
Well, we're both big city guys, Al.
Yeah.
Why aren't you
Mine's
back in
bigger
Fun
than
Fun
yours.
Town beating up drunks? How did you wind up here in the boondocks?
These aren't the boondocks, Nick. If these were the boondocks, you'd be face down in a shallow pit. We're a law-abiding community here in the high-low desert area, and we don't like guys like you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's right, Danger. And do your homework, or you'll have to go to military school.
I see nothing's changed on your
And
citadel,
don't
Al.
leave the toilet seat up, Nicky, and don't hang out with guys who wear their baseball caps backwards!
Yeah, those guys with the big pants. I know what you mean. I hoped I was driving in my office out to the usual ranch, talking on a cell phone, whatever that was. Yeah, that would explain the degraded audio. Well, I went out to the usual ranch, but I figured we'd skip the usual brouhaha. It seemed like a kind of unusual ranch to me.
That's because it's a service ranch, Mr. Danger.
Heatherwood!
Yeah, you see, everything's changed these days, Buster. It's a service economy, you know? We got people to provide people with what they want because people are too busy staying alive to do too much of anything about the finer things in life, get me?
Wow. I looked around. The audio got even more degraded. There was a fenced corral filled with dignified-looking guys in tails holding silver trays. Hey, Catherwood.
Yeah?
Hasn't it ever occurred to you that you're selling human flesh here, that this is slavery?
You can call it what you will.
Well, I would, but someone got there before me.
That doesn't matter now, Danger. My daughter, my precious daughter, they've taken her away.
Wow, that's some acting. Take it easy, old guy. Who's taking her?
You know, them.
You don't mean them. Aren't them like those big carrots, kind of?
Are you kidding? No, them look like big papier-mâché lobsters.
Oh, no. We're both wrong. Them are the big ants.
Oh, no, them look more like atomic praying mantises to me. But anyway, them got her.
Well, what's her name?
Well, I call her Poopsie Pie. Sometimes I call her Daddy's Little Num-Num. But most people knew her as Nancy.
Nancy Viola.
You're listening to the streaming adventures of Nick Danger, Third Eye, a wholly owned subsidiary of Andrew Enron Brew Futures, Animal, Missouri. Now, let's pick up our story as Nick cherches la femme. It's only a short
These
French
amateurs, I
drive.
told you it wouldn't work.
He's Canadian. He should speak French.
I'm a Buddhist and I'm an intern.
It's only a short drive in Nick's mobile office to where Rocky Ra Coco lives, a little nearby town called Hollywood.
Thanks, Dwight. That $360 we're paying you really came in handy. That.
Don't make fun of my challenges!
And it
Hollywood,
gets residuals, too.
Yeah, it used to be a farming town, Hollywood, except the farms were gone now. Oh, you could see the abandoned barns where the stuff of dreams used to be produced, but the acreage had gone to seed. Trees grew out of Batmobiles, moss hung over the Jurassic streets, and the valuable lots were strewn with busted pixels, punk graphics, and dead animation. Ra Coco, that's who I was looking for. He usually hung out behind the Warner Exxon garage. If there was someone bringing them across the border, see, I figured it had to be Rocky.
It's perfect. I use a fleet of Range Rovers. I sit the aliens down, strap on the seatbelts, and give them a loaf of that good crusty baguette stuff and a juicy wheel of goaty cheese, and it would take a really smart cop to suspect them were anything but Californians.
Wow, talk about ethnic profiling. That's brilliant, pal. You know, there hasn't been a real smart cop in Hollywood since 1978.
Who's that?
His name was Blutwurst, and the guy was a Hibernian head case.
How well I remember.
It looks like it's time once again for the Sergeant Ernest P. Blutwurst Show. So let's all settle down, avoid ad-libbing,
So long,
please,
No.
please, and listen to the episode he calls Meaningless Flashback.
Diddly-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Aye, it was an Irish kind of day in the high-low desert area. As I swung the old green and white out toward Hellmouth, I'd have swung the old Blutwurst too, I never...
Wait a minute.
No, I'm sorry, Nick, this is your announcer speaking, but waiting a minute is impossible. This is radio. A minute is way too long
No
to wait.
silence on radio, it's not permitted.
Somehow I seem to have lost control. Wait a minute. Could aliens have invaded the show?
You mean them?
Could be. My voice, something was coming through me. It was really noir. Another voice was speaking through me. I was channeling Happy Harry Cox, the host of Everything You Know Is Wrong.
While
and he
Nick-
too was on degraded audio phone line.
While Nick was thus distracted, Lieutenant Bradshaw breaks through into the flashback.
Okay, Rocky, stand back.
I stood back years ago when I should have leapt forward, copper. I don't stand back for no one, no more. I don't have the time.
Oh, yeah? I've been saving time just for you, Ra Coco. Take a look at this.
I see it.
Huh?
Wow. That's really something.
Yeah.
It looks dangerous. Is it real?
It's as real can be, Rocky.
It seems to be getting larger.
Oh, no. I was afraid of that.
Ha-ha! Any man who's afraid of his own rod isn't much of a man. How did you ever get to be a cop, Bradshaw?
Well, Rocky, it's a long
I
story.
haven't got a minute.
Get in there, Dwight.
That's right, Lieutenant. It is a long story. It's so long, in fact, that we really don't have time.
Hey,
Time, I like this.
wait a minute. You had time for Blutwurst.
Wait,
No,
Listen,
Blutwurst is dead. I blew him away with this.
Otherwood. So, you have one too. There's an echo in here. Echo in here.
Echo in here. Echo in here.
What did you say?
Degraded audio.
I said I blew him away, and you betcha con huevos I got one too. Small change.
Is that small change in euros?
Or is that Weeros? Or is it
It's,
wee-wees? How many
euros.
wee-wees to the
Euro.
dollar here?
Euro.
Oh,
Never mind.
No.
Stand back, all of you.
No, it's full forward, isn't it?
Yeah, then you spring back, but not in certain parts of
I
Indiana.
thought I was going crazy.
You know, I
If
think
I
it's
had
such
to
a
listen
crux.
to any
I
more
have a
of this,
fact.
That
I
goes for
would
me
go
too,
crazy.
Nick.
Look
That
at this
goes for
watch.
me too. So let's break away for a quick message from our president.
Pretzel here. My fellow flag-waving, gas-hogging, reborn average American. I want to say don't mind the Afghan handies, because we won't weigh them.
Well, folks, that seems to be about it.
For what? I didn't even know what that was about.
Wait a minute, I have a line here.
Nick
What?
Danger is brought to you by
No,
Bear
Wait a
no.
minute, wait, no,
Excuse
stop
me.
that, amateur.
It's all.
what?
Go ahead,
It's
Nick.
always a wrap-up by the hero, and it comes right here, pal. There you had it, it starts. One of the toughest cases I've ever encountered, it goes on. Because you see, your alien, your UFO, your little green-eyed bug rabbit, when he goes bad, it isn't like your average criminal. He doesn't wear a derby and smoke a cigar and carry a Tommy gun. More than likely, he's standing on a street corner in front of the Canibas Casino in Fun Fun Town, holding a carton of eggs, dressed in a trench coat and soliciting gangs of cleverly dressed prostitutes. At least, that's what Happy Harry Cox told me. But on the other hand, everything he tells me is wrong.
Another surrealistic masturbatory roundup from Nick Danger, brought to you by Bear Whiz, on tap, on draft, in the men's room at the zoo.
Remember, Bear Whiz is the beer that can't wait, and this is your real announcer saying good night.
I'm the real announcer.
No, I'm
if
the
you
real
do
announcer.
drink-
Greatest event in human history!
Just drink with a friend, all right? Yeah. He walks again by night. Yes, it's time once again for the stunning adventures of Nick Danger, Third Eye.
Yeah, that's right. I walk again by night. If I walk during the day, I'd get run over. It's quiet at night, see? And today's modern Special K hyped-up drivers can't aim as well as they hope. Yeah, I walk to get rid of my problems. I've got personal problems. What else is new? It's those kind of problems that put some literary value in this kind of detective crap, see? As for me, it was pretty simple. Sometimes a guy gets lonely. You know, lonely for something more than that hot whiff of ballistic lead and the double cross of the hot-kissed fist. See? We're already adding literary value here. Sometimes, when I take my hat off, I wonder if dames really want a guy with a third eye. It has an annoying habit of wandering around, my third eye, like it can just do what it wants because it doesn't have a partner. But see, this all ties together. I don't have a partner either. And sometimes, you see, the loneliness gets to me.
Well, you know, Nick, there's a surefire cure for that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's time once again for the Sergeant Ernest Blutwurst
Hey,
Show!
wait, no.
Yes, America's favorite idiot savant with a badge is back!
If I lived where you live, then I'd live where I live, 'cause I live where pigs live, in trees.
No.
Hey,
Wait a
boyos.
minute, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. No. We went through that wait a minute stuff last week,
We
Nick.
go through this every week, Nick.
A minute is valuable in the kind of high-pressure radio world we live in.
Time is money.
Hey, wait, isn't time cheap?
Tick-tock, people, time's ticking away.
No, I've got it. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. It's my show. My name, if it isn't above the title, seems to be the title itself. Back off.
You fall forward in the fall. You back off in Babylon.
This is Jonas Acme, owner of the National Technical Suicide Institute, and I've decided it's time for a commercial. Hey, you out there in Radioville, you're one of today's wacky suicidal young people, aren't you? You haven't got much time, but on the other hand, time is money. Get hip or hop, put your natural suicidal tendencies to good career use, and get trained at the National Technical Suicide Institute of Beverly Hills.
I found career opportunities I never dreamed of. I put my suicide to work for me.
And it saves the cost of a trench coat and a lot of ammo. If I had a future, it would be bright.
Why disrupt your school or go to the messy expense of killing your parents at the same time? It's not cost effective. And after all, money is the cost of time.
At the International Technical Suicide Institute of Beverly Hills.
The Babylon Towers. That's where the dame had told me she was. She'd sounded kind of scared on the phone.
Oh, Rick.
Nick.
I said Nick. I did. You're substituting R's for N's, aren't you? Is that because you're insane?
Hey, I'll ask the questions here. Is that because I'm insane?
I haven't the foggiest.
No one's had the foggiest since 1963, baby. And that was just one Englishman in a short coat and insect boots.
Oh, Nick, Rick, whatever the hell your name is. I'm in big trouble, but I can't remember why.
Well, where are you now?
Up high. Way too high. Swinging from the chandeliers, man.
Take it easy, baby.
It's so weird.
Sit down.
Everyone's speaking. A different language. I wonder if I would land on those ants down there.
Wait, don't jump. It confuses the ants.
Oh.
It didn't take more than a couple of internet minutes to track her whereabouts. Let's see. Google, Goofy. But knowing my writers, she's probably incredibly good-looking dame. Hollywood. There, I'm feeling lucky. And there it was, the Babylon Hotel. Yeah, I got the address, tried to clear the screen of pornography banners, and headed for my office. I mean my car.
Hold it right there, Danger.
Lieutenant Bradshaw. You know, Al?
Yeah, I know, Al. I'm Al.
I can't think of one new variation on that hold it right here. We've done now hold it
You're
over
right.
there.
Have we done? Well,
wait.
I guess we
I've got an
have.
idea. Feed me the line. Go.
Okay, hold it right there, Danger.
Yeah. And then I'd say, you mean hold it by the handle?
I don't get it.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh, no, pretty bad. It doesn't have a handle.
It's time for the Sergeant Ernest Blutwurst Variety Hour with the Inkly Pickly Dancers Lutefisk and the Norwegian Trottlehorn Ensemble, comedian Porky Samuelson, and Sergeant Ernest Blutwurst, the smartest cop in Jeffersonia himself.
Oh, I'm not a pig, but I think like a pig in my tree.
I was losing control just like last week. I get it. The aliens were back.
Good thinking, Rick.
Nick.
I said Nick.
Rick.
I said Nick. It's spring, Nick. Rick. And it's time for the 3,000 millionth annual Alien Awards Show from Nevada, where we don't have that much else to do.
Well, this doesn't look like much of an award show. Where's the audience?
Haha! Aliens are frightened by music,
And
Danger.
applause. It confuses their sense of publicity.
Oh, the aliens again. Last week they'd been smuggled into California disguised as Oregonians, and this week they'd gone to Nevada to a convention. Hey, I could see a kind of plot developing here.
We need one.
If my third eye was working, I could see it, but it wasn't working. Something about its motherboard, so there I was, just like you, unable to see the future, able only to say something with a kind of cliffhanging vitality that will signal the powers that be that it's the end of this episode of Nick Danger and the shack out on the alien... What?
It's my line, that last part.
Oh, I thought
that
it
you
was
were
my
doing
line.
there. No. I always do those.
I
lines
haven't
at the
had a
end.
line in pages. I'm
but I have to do
what
this.
about my show, boyos? Here's my opening monologue.
Do the
I
thing
come
about the
out
pigs.
and I
I
start
guess I
hitting
was
myself
going
in
to
the
walk
head with
away
a church
from this one.
Hey, hold it right there,
Just like
Danger.
every...
Hey, I like that. Hold it doesn't have a handle, but there's no handle.
This is Nick Danger speaking. And I'm editorializing. Get it? Because I decided this month that this was a good thing for me to do. Because you see, this episode that we call Shack Out on the Alien Highway.
Wait.
Well, it was getting out of control. Just like that. And see what's better, when something gets out of control, the leading man should step up and do something. So, that's me. Here goes. It isn't just going to be a monologue with the rest of the so-called supporting cast trying to annoy me. No.
Yeah,
Come on, Bradshaw.
Dream on, Danger.
This is an editorial, see? And I stand up and I make it known I'm not just a patsy. I'm not just someone who's lost control of his own copyrights. I'm not someone who's subject to the whims of minor characters like Blutwurst.
Ah, you said it, boss.
Well, Blutwurst seems to have suddenly transformed himself into someone with his own show.
Oh, no, it was cancelled, but I'll be streaming in the next soon.
Wow, what's
Look out for
next? Used to be just Bradshaw.
Yeah, what happened to my show?
Yeah, what about the Dwight Yeast all-animal whispering hour?
Well, that's right, Nick. It is about time for the Dwight Yeast All Animal All Me Whispering Yeast Hour. With me, featuring a special guest appearance by me.
Warren, give me a little music, would you? This is precisely what I was talking about. It's better we just settle down and listen to me editorialize about actors who have too much freedom. That gives me a kind of classical idea.
Uh-oh.
Let's imagine that we're in a castle, see? A kind of sound effects castle. With echoey footsteps. Where's we can do those? Great. Rocky, whistling wind. Okay, and branch and a crow off in the distance. Yeah, okay, and then it'd kind of quiet down, see, and the lights would come up, and there I'd be, see? Center stage in a doublet, holding a triplet and a low bodice, and a nice clean actor's... Wait a minute, what's that?
That's what you deserve in your
Hey,
triple bottlet.
Blutwurst got the sound effects box again. Well, wait a minute. See, it would have been a great scene.
Yeah, I know,
I would have
sure.
told the traveling actors to shut the fuck up, and then I would remind them that clowns should not speak more than is written for them.
I am really, I'm physically upset with the self-centeredness. Look, there's nothing written for me in the first place. Okay, that's
right.
first of all. You need writers to have something written down, Nick.
And writers
cost
cost money,
Costs too much
Nick.
money.
Money, huh? Lots of shenanigans.
No, you mean
no.
simoleons, you stupid idiot.
How dare you?
Shenanigans, the police chief.
Read your
No,
script.
no, Simoleons. That's a sitcom on Fox.
Oh,
it's
I love
about
that show.
Armenians in Glendale,
Yes,
and I've
yes.
seen that. The
Oh,
Simoleons.
I love that show. That
Yeah.
Louise Artunian's got a balcony you can assassinate Lincoln from.
Hold it right there.
Good.
Now hold it over here.
A little music, please. Maybe I could just hire writers to editorialize
Good
for me.
idea.
Could cut the acting payments way down to virtually... Oh, wait a minute. I could
Wait.
hire Canadians. Beavers and Mountie hats. They just move their mouths and we dub in Mexican voices. Yeah,
Scabs.
the NAFTA approach.
Chihuahua.
Next week, you losers better watch out. I'm Nick Danger, and I'm in control. I'm gonna smoke you out. I'm gonna get you running, see? I'm gonna sign election reform, although I hate John McCain with all my heart and soul, see? And I'm... Oh, my God!
What's happened to him?
Aliens have taken over my speaking and thinking.
Oh,
You're not
no.
very good.
Do you have to pay aliens?
Well, dear friends, you've been listening to one of the single most confusing and unenlightening chapters of Nick Danger!
And the
Check out
On the alien highway.
No, that's Nick Danger
You know,
and
I-
the Shack.
I hear
Out on the
aliens
alien
pay right
highway.
I'll do my own
Yeah, and they
pronunciation.
take you out to lunch. I think we should
Lunch.
listen seriously to their telepathic offer.
We could make some real Canadian money for...
Hey, wait a minute.
We haven't got a minute, Nick.
This is radio, and they don't pay you for dead air!